Happy New Year! Welcome to this little corner of the internet that is Wild Fox Alchemy with me, Maria Gaian. If we haven't met before, I am an intuitive business success coach, an ecotherapist and a soul healer, and I'm here to do your monthly reading for your general finances, whoops, it's sticking to my fingers, and business. Okay, now before we go any further, I'm just going to mention I am running a giveaway. I spontaneously decided that I would offer a gift up, and if you want to know more about that, it is an intuitive business success session with me worth $222.22, where we can really get to grips with what's going on in your business and answer any questions that you might have, give you some guidance, find you some clarity, see where your business blocks are. Oh, it's just whatever you need it to be. It's 2 hours of just pure coaching, clarity, confidence building, whatever it is you want. If you want to know how to enter, stick around till the end and I will let you know. Now, I'm going to warn you, Cancer, that the energy in this den that I am working from today is huge. As I was dealing the cards, and I always deal the cards before I start the video because sometimes it takes me a while and I don't want to sit here shuffling for 30 minutes and you'll be like, well, this is boring. So I always make sure that, I cleanse the space and I deal the cards and everything. Today, these cards have flown out. I normally, for this money reading, use the Spirit Animal deck by Colette Baron Reid. But today, Spirit said no. I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and I thought, no, this is not going well. I shuffled for ages, and then the whole deck just fell on the floor. And I thought, right, okay, wasn't listening carefully enough, and I was drawn to the Magic of You deck by Fiona Horn. This does sometimes happen, and I always know when the Magic of You deck comes out that this is going to be a deep and meaningful reading, Cancer. Okay? So, let's just get on with it. Have you got a cup of tea? You're sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. Now, I didn't even just get one card from the Magic of You deck. We've got two. We've got Euphoria, Honour Yourself, and Minimus, Commune with the Source. Now, the images on these cards they're not sort of the kind of pretty things that I normally have in my Spirit Song deck and the Spirit Animal deck and Nature's Whispers and all of these. This is a deck that is more ethereal. It's a little bit darker, but the messages are always really relevant. They might be a little bit deeper than some of the messages I get out of the other tarot decks, but they usually are transformational if you follow their energy. Okay, there's also rituals sometimes attached to these cards, so if there's a ritual attached to either of these, I will let you know what it is, and it's up to you whether you decide to do it or not, but they can be quite powerful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Euphoria, Honour Yourself. I'm going to go to the book because, as I said, these are quite deep and meaningful readings, and I really love the imagery in them, and I don't want to miss anything. The white goddess with the feathered snake swan countenance represents the sacred fusion of air and earth, divine inspiration bonded with earthly tangibility. There is a sensual aspect to this card. It is now your duty to honour your physical self in an exalted way. Have you been abusing your body? Poor eating, excesses of toxic substances, and dragging yourself through workouts you don't enjoy is punishing, not celebrating yourself. Don't put anything in your body that is not worthy of your goddess status. Quality over quantity is key at this time. Awaken to your sacred self. Be selective about who you allow in physical proximity to you. In matters of sex and sensuality, do not share your sacred self with someone who is not worthy of you or who does not treat you in an honourable and respectful way. The woman of Euphoria holds her hands gently and seductively over her heart as she considers the blessed magnificence of her reality. She is quiet and reflective. This is a deep inner comprehension, not bound by society's laws and others' opinions. Inside she is infinite, and her physical form is the gateway. Now, part of the ritual is self-care. Take a nice soothing bath or a shower. Get some body lotion out. treat yourself is what I'm being told. Now, as I was reading that, I was thinking how apt this is for the time of year that we're in. Because, first off, it's the time of year when everybody starts a diet, don't they? Let's all start a new diet and exercise plan. And then we realise that we hate it. We hate it. We feel like we're punishing ourselves. We don't feel like we're loving ourselves, do we? Let's be honest. And as somebody who fights or has been fighting a serious battle with obesity because of drugs that I was on for depression for a long time, I understand what it's like to feel like I'm absolutely beating myself up, not caring for myself. There's a difference. You can take care of your body in a way that feels wonderful. It doesn't have to feel like a horrible thing to have to do. So what I would say is this: if you've made New Year's resolutions for January, Cancer, are they resolutions that make you feel like you're being punished, or are they resolutions that make you feel like you are worthy, that you are honouring yourself, that you are treating yourself the way that you need to be treated? And you could be thinking to yourself, why the hell has this come up in a money reading? And I thought that myself, and Spirit said to me, the reason that that's come up in your money reading is because money reacts to the way that you treat yourself. You need to feel worth money, okay? And I am being told that some people out there are making do with things that don't make them feel good about themselves at all. And it's not just about the diet and exercise thing and the it's kind of about putting up with things that make you feel like you're not worth much. Spirit is saying that the actual message here that is most important is the honour yourself part. Stop wearing clothes that don't feel good on you, that or your panties that are just grey from the wash. Stop it. Treat yourself like you are worthy, and that sort of feeling, that you will get, that you are worth it, that you are valuable, that you are deserving, will help you to attract more money. Don't be afraid to spend a little bit on yourself either. I know for some people things are tight, but choose carefully what it is that you decide that you can spend money on. Spirit just said, don't go to buy fast food. Go and buy some fresh fruit instead. Treat yourself and your body as if you are a goddess. And it will help to clear your mind, and it will help you feel like you are honouring yourself and that you are worthy of business success and money. The other thing, Spirit's off on one, I tell you. The other thing Spirit has just said to me is the exercise situation. That if you've made a resolution that you need to exercise more, choose something that makes you happy. You don't have to go down the gym sweating and pummeling and feeling like, you just can't go on anymore. It's just as good to do something fun that you enjoy. Dancing, walking, cycling. Before I put weight on with the antidepressant medicine that I was taking a few years ago, I loved exercise. But I didn't go to the gym pounding everything, and pulling on weights and stuff. I played five-a-side football with a team at my work, and I loved it. I loved climbing. So I used to go to a climbing wall with some friends, and that was fabulous. Today I'm a little bit gentler with myself. I like to walk along the seafront. I like to walk in the mountains. I love to dance. Put me on some good music and I'll boogie the night away. So choose something that really makes you feel good and feels like fun. And feels like you're doing it for the fun of it. And the side effect is that you will get fitter and healthier. Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense. Now the second card that flew out, and when I say flew out, they literally just flew across the room. It was crazy. Is number 17, Minimus, Commune with the Source. Nature holds all the answers. The wisest witch knows her questions will be answered when she dives into the natural world without reservation. Like the girl of Minimus, who is fused with the forest, I'll just bring that forward a little bit for you. She is fused with the forest. It is your time to merge with the source. Drop your stuff, your attachments, and be one with nature. It's time to recommune with the raw, authentic self that was you when you were sparked into this existence, and what you will be when you transition into the next plane of existence. Minimus dips her fingers into the well of universal inspiration. This is the card of meditation. There is also a flip interpretation. Is she retreating or is she emerging? If this card is drawn during a period of solitude, it is a prompt that it is now time for you to emerge from the dark, restorative forest into the sunlight and to share your radiance. And conversely, if it is drawn during a time of intense activity and visibility, it is time to retreat to the shadows. Now the ritual here is to sit by a tree. Get a folded towel or a cushion so you can just relax and sit with your back against the tree. Now it says in this one, sit sky-clad. Unless you've got a very private garden, and unless it's relatively warm. At the moment it's a bit cold for sitting sky-clad. By sky-clad I mean nude. And just enter a meditative state, it says. Now, yeah, just be mindful of where you are. If you choose to be naked, you don't have to be naked. When you've finished, trace your name in the dirt at the base of the tree as an offering of gratitude. So it's just sitting in a meditative state, thinking about, you know, what you want, what you don't want. This is a great thing to do at this time of year, honestly. That sort of new, when everything feels new. In regards to your money, Spirit is saying to me that there's been some frantic feelings, perhaps, around your finances. Now, alongside this possibly not feeling worthy of money, I don't know, I'm being told that only you know whether you need to retreat or emerge. So that's for you to decide whether you are at the state of retreating or emerging. Let me know in the comments below which one applies to you. Have you been super busy and it's time for you to go and take some time, or have you been quiet and contemplative over this holiday and now you're ready to get out there again? Which is it? Let me know. I did a reading for Gemini which was quite deep and meaningful, and it was talking about how Geminis are trying to force success or force an outcome in business. And I'm wondering if this is the same for you, if you need to stop trying to control everything and just take a moment to breathe. To just stop and take a moment to decide where you want to be and what you want to do. I'm going to come back to these cards. I might clarify them because we'll see what the rest of the reading says. But I'm getting some quite sort of strong feelings here about you needing to slow down and to surrender to the universe almost in whatever it is that you're doing next. I think, yeah, I'm just getting a very strong feeling of relaxation, of needing to just chill and to take care of yourself. And Spirit wants to remind you that self-care is the most important thing you can do, and that's in life and business. Treat yourself as a goddess and everything else will fall into place. I feel like you're going to end up with some really good ideas and downloads that come from Spirit when you take this time to chill. I don't know about you, but quite often if I'm busy at work, I get a bit overwhelmed with thoughts, and I sometimes scribble them down to look at later, and I'm always busy with what I'm doing, and I have my task list and I get on with it. And then later I will get in the shower and there might be something that I've spent all day trying to figure out, trying to kind of get to grips with what I need to do, or a decision that I need to make. And the second that I go get in the shower, and I'm not thinking about this stuff deliberately anymore, you can guarantee the answer will come to me. So I'm being told here now that if you've got some dilemmas around your business, if you've got some ideas, some thoughts, some stuff that maybe you're not very sure about right now, that taking this time to just take care of yourself and to do it in ways that are natural and peaceful, go for a walk in the woods, or, sit in the park for a while, or, sit in a herbal bath, something like that. I just feel like the answers are going to be given to you. But while ever you're rushing around trying to do busy stuff and not taking care of yourself, not honouring yourself, the answers are just going to get lost in the ether. Let's get on with the rest of this reading, because it might make things a little bit clearer for us. Where you need to focus your energy this month of January, Cancer, is the King of Crystals, courage and commitment. Now, this is a fabulous card. He is the king of business, this guy. He's full of ambition. He's into being controlled. No, he's into taking control. He's a leader. He likes security. He's all about being rewarded. And I feel like this is you. The court cards can often represent another person coming in. I think this is you. I think you are going to have to focus on your leadership skills, on your organisational skills. And I think it's going to take some courage and it's going to take some commitment. But it will be worth it. Okay. Now, that's something I keep being brought back to, this commitment word. Are you needing to commit to something? Is there something in your business, where you're dilly-dallying a little bit, or you're not sure about something, or, you want to make a decision and you just don't know what to do? I'm being told that the answers will come to you, and when they come to you, you need to commit and have the courage to follow them through, because you are capable. You have every possibility of becoming a king of business here and earning the rewards for the work that you put in. But you are going to need to be brave, because I feel like you doubt yourself sometimes. Strengths, temperance, balance and harmony. Yeah, this is following the pattern of this euphoria, this honouring yourself. I feel like if you take the time to put this self-care in place, that you will achieve this balance. You will feel harmonious. You will feel very sort of healed and just calm. And, the temperance card is such a nice card. It's also about having a bit of patience. And I'm wondering now if there's a lot of stuff that you have been wanting, and you've wanted it yesterday. We all do this. I think there's a very common thread amongst entrepreneurs. And it's that we put things together and we want an instant result. We want all the success, all the abundance, all the recognition, everything yesterday. And it's not like that, is it? I've just been making some new products. I'm going to start a membership site, and I'm making some new products, and I've kept putting it off. And the reason that I've kept putting off making these new products and courses is because I know they're going to take me some time to put together. So I kind of go, there's no point in me starting that. I'm not going to finish it today. It's not going to be up and live today. It's going to take me a few days to get this put together. And so I put it off and do something else instead that gives me kind of a fast, quick reward. And I've realised that actually, I really need to do these these workshops. Just have the patience to sit and do it. And not worry about how long it takes to complete what I'm trying to do, or how long it takes me to actually get them out there. But just to do the best job I can possibly do, to commit to doing those things. So I'm wondering if this is just a reminder for you that you need to have a bit of patience, that it's okay. Spirit's just saying to me, they're giving you permission to do the self-care stuff, because you're in danger of burning out if you don't. I think there's a chase for money. There's an anxiety around money. There's, I don't know, I've just got visions of you sitting there in your pyjamas with your hair all stuck on end, going, I need to do this stuff, I need to earn this money, and running around in circles in your mind. And Spirit is saying it's time to stop. Just stop. Go and get a facial, or do your own facial. Go and sit in that bath. Take some time out to read a book. Watch a movie that is nothing to do with this business that you're running. Bring some balance back into your life, because that will help you to actually move forward and be more successful and abundant in the long term. You can't be successful and abundant if you're burnt out, if you're overwhelmed. I don't feel at the moment that this is about you earning oodles of money. It's about telling you how you need to be to earn your oodles of money, to break through to your next level. Because you've got the crystals, the pentacles here, which is material things. And this is, what you can focus on. That's fine. I'm not telling you not to focus on it. But you are being reminded that you need to use some balance. Don't be working 23 hours a day and expecting to be super successful. This came up in another reading as well, about this money belief that a lot of us have, that unless we've worked really hard for something, it doesn't mean anything. And that unless we're hustling for 23 hours a day, then our business isn't really a business. So when people do things that come easily to them, and, maybe they do, I don't know, it's just something that they're really talented and gifted at, they feel guilty accepting money for it, because to them it came easily. And they've been told their whole life that, you have to work hard for money. I hope this is making sense. I'm going to clarify some of these cards. Obstacles, 8 of Crystals, dedication and progress. Again, physical things, money things. This is about you needing to concentrate to progress. This is a blockage. And I'm starting to see now that you are possibly running around like a blue-ass fly, thank you Granny, and not really making any progress, because what you are doing is busy work, or Spirit is saying to me that dedication and commitment are important here, that you are trying to choose between a few things to do. You're not making the choice, you're dithering, and you're not sure, and you're trying to think, and everything's in your head. Spirit is saying you have to take a moment to decide. And when you've decided what you're going to do, you have to commit and dedicate yourself to moving forward. No half-arsed measures here, Cancer. You've got to go all in. You've got to go all in. Don't block yourself. Be productive, concentrate, focus, hone your skills. Don't go overboard. Don't burn yourself out. Don't overwhelm yourself. But at the same time, don't hold back from committing to whatever it is you want to do. I get the feeling that you've got this decision that you need to make. And that's taking me back to this commune with the source. It's definitely about you taking time. Maybe you're tempted to start another product or service, or maybe you've got to pivot your business because of the P word, and your business is no longer viable in this age of masks and distancing and lockdowns. There's something that you need to decide on, but you need to take time out to make that decision. And you are distinctly being told that to take this time out means to take care of yourself, some self-care stuff, to give yourself and your mind the space to receive whatever messages that you need to be receiving. But you've certainly got to bring about some balance between your life and your business. Because I sense a need for relaxation going on. This is an amazing reading. It's oh right, okay. Your outcome is the shaman, divine wisdom and spiritual power. I love this card. This is about you maybe teaching somebody the things that you have learned in your life, accessing your spiritual power and your divine wisdom. I'm being reminded again, minimus, commune with the source. You really do need to take some time for meditation, for visualizing what it is that you want, for becoming clear on what it is that you want. There's something here that is saying that you, Spirit just said you need to walk your talk. You need to walk your talk. I'm being told that you know what you need to do. You know logically what you need to do, but you, for whatever reason, block yourself from doing it. So you know you need to take more time for self-care. You know you're tired. You know you feel burnt out, but you still push it anyway. You have something very spiritual here as well. I feel like your business is spiritual in some way, or should be spiritual in some way. Sometimes I get the shaman in the blockages position, and it's like, yeah, you know you should be more spiritual and you're kind of in the closet a little bit. I don't feel like that's the case here. I feel like there is an element of spirituality, of healing, or, something like that. And you are kind of telling people to take care of themselves, to honour themselves, to meditate more, to have balance and harmony in their life. But you aren't doing it for yourself. And that's creating a conflict inside of you. That might not resonate for everyone. If it does, take it as you find it. If it doesn't resonate with you, then, leave it for somebody else. But yeah, this is... This is you being directed to tap into your own divine wisdom and spiritual power. I feel like there is abundance here for you, but you need to walk your own talk. And then the abundance will follow. You've got 2 crystal cards here, but it's all about balance, spirituality, connecting with source, taking care of yourself. And then I think the money will come. The money will come because you won't feel as exhausted, overwhelmed, burdened, out of control. It's time for you to breathe, is what Spirit is saying to me. It's time for you to breathe. It's really important. Do whatever it is that you are advising other people to do. Because I feel like maybe you're telling people that, they should be minding themselves, looking after themselves, taking care of themselves. And don't feel judged by this, because it happens to the best of us. It happens to me all the time. I'm a big believer in morning routines. I'm a big believer in self-care. And there are days when I just don't do it. I just don't do it. We're human at the end of the day. But, we have to kind of be mindful about the messages that we're sending out. Are they in alignment with who we are and what we are actually doing? Because it's so important. If we're not in alignment, we can't attract abundance. Does that make sense? So this is what I'm trying to say to you here. You need to bring your life into alignment with whatever it is that you're teaching in your business, and you need to bring self-care in. It's so vitally important, Cancer. It really is. Okay, we're going to do your business reading now. I may come back and clarify some of these money cards, but I feel like sometimes the business reading sheds more light on the money reading anyway, and there could be more messages within this. This is quite deep, isn't it, Cancer? We start with break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. This subject has come up loads this last few weeks for me. And what Spirit is saying here is that we often recreate the same story that our ancestors created. So if we've come from a background where let's go back to that previous belief I told you about, that if you don't work hard for money, then, you can't really feel good about it. That it's not worth it in the same way that if you've slogged and slogged and slogged. If everybody in your family's believed that for generations, you have to break the chain. It could be something else. It could be that you feel guilty earning more money than your parents or your grandparents. You have to break that chain. It could be that your family history is that, you get wealthy and then lose it all. It could be that there's a belief in your family that you can't have love and money at the same time. That's certainly one of my blocks, one that I have to fight all the time. That if you have true love in your life, then you can't have business success because you can't have both. You have one or the other. And that came about because of something my mother told me when I was very small. That you can't have love and money, that she married my father for love and it didn't work out. He was an alcoholic and violent, so she left him. And she decided that because the love relationship didn't work out, that the best thing she could do was marry for money. Well, she was in a loveless marriage for 40 years. But she liked the money, so, she put up with abuse, domestic abuse. The man was a horrific person. He still is, but luckily he's not with her anymore. But that's the belief that I had. And it was always sort of reinforced in me because my grandparents were not wealthy. But I always felt they were happy. That was my happy place. My happy place was where we were poor as church mice. My unhappy place was where all the money was. The loveless house. So when she said to me, I married your father for love and it didn't work out, so this time I thought I might as well marry for money. That's all I believed. As an 8-year-old child, I took that in and made it almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. I started businesses years ago. When I first met my husband, I was a care worker. And I didn't earn very much at all. He earned more than me. I decided I would pop out some children. I would stay at home, look after the children. Everything was perfect. Then I retrained as a lawyer, started earning more money than him. And guess what? The marriage broke down. He couldn't stand it. He thought that having money would give me the opportunity to leave him. He was so insecure. And in the end, that is kind of what happened. And then, a couple of years later, I met the man that is my absolute soulmate, and I love him with all my heart. We've been together 19 years now. And I started my own businesses, and you know what? Self-sabotaged them. I self-sabotaged them. Didn't see it at the time. When I look back on it, I think, what the hell? But I did actually make decisions that self-sabotaged it because I didn't believe that I could have this man in my life and have all this abundance of love and have a successful business. I believed somewhere deep inside of me that if I was wealthy, he would leave. And the worst part of it was that I also realised that if I was wealthier than him, then for some bizarre reason I might not respect him and I might want to leave him. Because if he couldn't match my earnings, maybe that made him lazy or not enough in some way. Oh my God, the minefield of beliefs that we carry. And they come from our previous generations. People like us don't deserve to live in big houses. It's greedy to want to earn 7 figures. People like me aren't competent enough. I'm not an expert. I'm not good enough to run a massively successful business. Who am I to do this? These things are all passed down through generations, through the things that our families, our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents have said and done. And, it's terrifying. Now, this is about healing and breaking the chain. You can be the first person in your family to break the chain. Maybe it's that your whole family have all been involved in abusive relationships. It's time for you to break that chain, I'll tell you that for nothing. They've all been poor, they've worked hard, earned very little money, never really got anywhere in life, never achieved their dreams. Break the pattern, Cancer. Break the pattern. You can heal it and move forward. Now, it could be that you need to do some soul healing. It could be that you need to do a couple of past life regressions, because I find some of these patterns can come from past lives. There's a huge deal around people not being able to speak up and be visible in business, to ask for things, to sell, to market, because in a past life they were persecuted or burned as a witch. And therefore every time they try to speak up, their throat closes, they're sweaty, they're clammy, they feel physically sick, shaking. And it's got nothing to do with anything that's happened in this life. It's the witch wound that's travelled down through generations or through your past lives that is causing this wound. So I feel like this is telling you to step up, Cancer, to break the chain, to heal these ancestral patterns. You can change these patterns. You can be the first. You can be the forerunner. You can be the one that shows your kids and the people around you, the people that look up to you, how to change things. Do it for them. I read something the other day, and I've mentioned this before, and it really kind of struck me, because somebody asked the question of, what do you say to your kids about what is available to them? Do you tell them that they're limitless? Do you tell them that they are the best thing ever? Do you tell them that they can achieve anything that they dream of? Do you tell them that the possibilities are endless, that they are infinite? And most people say, yeah, of course I do. And I do it. I say it to my kids. You can put your mind to anything. Whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. And then they said, how do you speak to yourself? What example are you setting for your kids? You say these things, but do you believe the same is true for you? Do you believe you are limitless? Do you believe you can achieve anything that you can set your mind to? Or do you hold yourself back? And if you do, why do you hold yourself back? You can't be telling your kids they're limitless and can have anything they want if you don't actually go for it yourself. So we have to remove whatever is blocking us from achieving the things we want to achieve. And that is my job. I see the potential in people. I can intuitively understand where they need to be, what they need to be doing. And I get messages from Spirit saying, you know, you need to be a nutritionist, or you need to be a fitness coach, or, you know, whatever. Whatever it is. Sometimes it's quite surreal. Or you need to travel around the world in an RV, you know, delivering wisdom to people. I don't know, whatever it is. But I can help you heal the wounds that are preventing you from doing whatever it is that you desperately want to do. So if you would be interested in that, please do get in touch. Oh, where you need to focus your energy, the Tower, Cancer, release and revelation. The Tower. Oh, I think there are two camps on the Tower. There used to be a great deal of fear around it. Oh, the sun is shining right in there. Just move that a little. It can mean things like divorce, death, some huge upheaval or shock. And honestly, if you read some people's descriptions of this card and its meaning, you would be terrified and you would never get out of bed in the morning. Personally, I don't really believe in striking fear into the heart of people. Of course, things happen, big things happen, destruction happens, people get divorced, people pass away, people have accidents, you know, this stuff happens. But this to me is not, in a business reading, this to me is not about that. This card in the Spirit Song deck is about release and revelation. I feel like release is actually attached to this break the chain card. It's time for you to make changes. Changes are inevitable. But sometimes we have to just raise something to the ground and totally destroy it in order to rebuild. And I feel like for you, this now is totally destroying any sort of beliefs, anything that you have lodged in your brain that is preventing you from moving forward into the success and abundance that you desire and deserve, Cancer. I think you need to be throwing everything that you've got at healing yourself, at understanding yourself. I'm being drawn to say the Tower card is linked to this Minimus card, this commune with the source. I feel like something is going to come up for you. You're going to have an epiphany, if you like, where something is going to be revealed to you. And it could be a block that you've been dealing with that you haven't even been aware of. It could even be something that I've said in this reading that makes you think, oh my God, that's me. I hadn't seen it that way before. I hadn't seen that my family is like this. I hadn't thought that maybe it's a past life thing. There's something, and it will help you to release. It will help you to release those blocks so you can move forward. I feel like this is a massive, massive reading for you, Cancer. It's life-changing. You have the Temperance card. You have the Shaman card. You have the Tower card. That's 3 major arcanas in this reading, which is always indicative of new life lessons, always indicative of changes coming in. It's fascinating to me that this is not a frivolous message for you, Cancer, at all. This message is telling you it's time to dig deep. It really is. There's something that is going on that, you know, I feel the potential in you through this King of Crystals, this leadership, this King of Business card, this, you know, having this courage and commitment to do whatever it is you want to do. Whatever it is your soul is leading you to do is massively important. It's so important, Cancer. It's got to be heard. But something is blocking, and it's something that it's just, it needs to be healed. It needs to be healed to let everything flow to you. It's just, you need to get things flowing. Your strengths, the 8 of Acorns, energy and results. This is about moving forwards and letting things go. Okay? Oh, yeah, it's the same sort of energy. This is about you getting the same kind of results as the energy that you put in. Now, Spirit is giving me some messages. I'm going to just slow for a second because I need to just hear them. Spirit wants you to know that when it refers to energy, the amount of energy that you put into something is what is the equivalent of what results you will get. I'm sorry if I sound a bit stumbly there. They're saying that there are different kinds of energy. There's different quality to your energy. And Spirit is saying to me, it's like, it's the difference between busy work and actual productivity that brings results. How many times, Cancer, have you finished work and said to yourself, oh my God, I've just run around all day. I've been so busy. I've run around all day. I'm exhausted now. All I'm ready for is a cup of tea in bed. Can't believe how much work I've had to do today. And then if you sit down and think about it, how much of that work was genuinely productive and how much of it was chatting away on Facebook or tidying something that didn't really need tidying or just faffing about doing things that haven't brought you anything. either financially or moved you forward in your business whatsoever. We all get involved in meaningless tasks, and it's still, Spirit is saying that is the key to this. It's the value of the energy that you put in that will bring you the results that you need. So if you run around doing busy work that is pointless, the results will be not very much. But if you put your energy into building quality things, creating quality things, doing the things that really matter, your results will really matter. But as I said, this card is also about letting go of things that don't serve, and moving forwards. And this is most definitely the message here for you. The eights are usually all about manifestation and progress and manifesting things. We've got the Eight of Crystals here, which again is kind of about manifesting your progress, but you blocking that progress here. I just keep being told this busy work. Stop doing busy work. Part of the reason you're so burned out and failing to take care of yourself is because you're too busy doing this busy work that actually isn't doing anything for you anyway. So you really do need to reassess what tasks you're doing in a day. Are they actually necessary? Could you free up time to spend an hour in the bath instead of doing an hour on Facebook just scrolling? This is fascinating. Blockages. 5 of Crystals. Persistence and new possibilities. The 5s are usually about conflict and tension. They are indicative of you being halfway, at a halfway point between the start and the finish. My feelings on my business readings and the 5s are that you have a choice. They always seem to represent to me your mindset and whether or not you view things from the perspective of glass half full or glass half empty. The 5 of Crystals. Now, I'm a little sad because you've ended up with these crystals in your blockage position, in your obstacle position, which says to me that you are blocking your own abundance. You have all this potential with the King of Crystals to be a business king or a business queen, whichever you want to be, but you're actually blocking it yourself. But the good news about blockages that are caused by you is that you can undo them. Anything you put in place, you can remove. The 5 of Crystals is about having the mindset of abundance or loss. Now, this reading would indicate to me that things are not straightforward for you. It's not plain sailing at the moment. And as I said, I do get this feeling of overwhelm, of a need for relaxation, a need to take a step back and just have a moment of peace, to treat yourself nicely, to really indulge in some good self-care. And you, Spirit's just said, there are people out there that are going, we've just had a Christmas holiday. Of course we've taken care of ourselves and everything. And then Spirit is saying, but you're being stupid because you haven't taken time to rest. You've cooked, you've cleaned, you've entertained. You've fulfilled obligations. Many of you have not relaxed. Many of you have not calmed down and taken time for yourself. You've taken time with family members. You've put them first. You've fed them. You've been shopping like a crazy person. That's very different than what Spirit is advising you to do now, which is take time for yourself. Quality time for yourself. So the 5 of Crystals is saying you have to look now at whether you want to face this stress, whether you want to be stressed, worrying, feeling like you're in poverty, feeling isolated, feeling lost, or do you want to just rise up now and go after the abundance that you desire and deserve, to look for the new possibilities that are in front of you? Which are you going to choose, Cancer? Because it will reflect on your outcome. And your outcome is, in this one, the 2 of Acorns, insight and focus. I'm told insight is the important word there for you. This is about you planning what comes next. What do you want, Cancer? You need to be planning what you are going to do next, and then get the hell out of your comfort zone so you can achieve it. This is, it's going to be an incredible month for you, Cancer, if you're willing to do the work. If you're willing to face whatever it is that you are being blocked by. I feel like by doing busy work, by rushing around like, a headless chicken, by just overwhelming yourself, you're ignoring the underlying issues that you have that are getting in the way of your business success. So are you going to commit? Are you going to commit to healing whatever it is that is holding you back? I pulled a card out to clarify, and it's the Six of Wands, which is success and triumph. It's confidence, it's power, it's enthusiasm, it's leadership. We started here with focusing on leadership. If you are willing to do the mindset work, to do the healing work, to dig deep into your family history and break your ancestral patterns, to maybe explore your witch wound and heal that, then success and triumph await. You will feel like a different person. I feel like this is who you'll be. You'll be balanced. You'll feel like you're harmonious, that you're in alignment with who you truly are, instead of feeling like a fraud or an imposter, or like something's just not right for you. Like, it doesn't matter how hard you try to manifest, how you feel you're putting everything into it. I can almost hear you saying, I've tried everything and nothing is working. I've tried everything. Spirit is saying, no, you haven't tried everything. There is a blockage and you need to heal it. You need to get rid of it. If you are struggling and you think to yourself, actually, yes, there is all this ancestral stuff. There are blockages and I can see them and I don't know how to fix it. Please do comment below and I will send you a link where you can access a soul healing session with me. I feel like it's really important, and Spirit is saying to me that I should do this for you, that if that's what you need, if you feel you need to get to the bottom of whatever your blockage is, that a soul healing session would be a really good idea. So if that is something that would interest you, to maybe do a past life regression, or to just investigate what the blockage is and where it's coming from, and then heal it, get rid of it, please do let me know. I'm going to end this here. I don't want you to be disheartened, Cancer, because sometimes these things feel a little bit like hard work, or they feel difficult or a little bit frightening. Please don't be frightened. I just think it's just about facing any sort of fears that you have. And all that starts with you taking time for yourself. For you having time and space and creating a container where you can get to the bottom, really, of why you feel the way that you do. If you do this work, it's just going to be transformational, I promise you. The results are just incredible. You will step into your leadership role. You will feel confident, competent, clear, and free to move forward. It'll feel like a weight has just lifted from your heart. Okay, Cancer. Now, I promised you at the beginning of this video that I was doing a giveaway, and I am. I'm giving away an intuitive business success session. This is a 2-hour session worth $222.22, where we can investigate any blockages in your business. I don't normally do the soul healing side of it in this intuitive business success session, but I think actually in this case I would make an exception. It could be that that is what you need, and we'll do whatever it is that you need to do to move forward in your business, to uncover any blockages and to get rid of them. All you have to do is comment below this video and tell me what you are currently struggling with in your business. What is your biggest obstacle? Is it a pattern of ancestral nonsense? Is it a confidence thing? Is it a competence thing where you feel like you're an imposter, you're a fraud, you can't really do what you're wanting to set out to do? Is it that you have a number of business ideas and you can't choose and you want some clarity? Is there a specific decision that you need to make? And again, you need some clarity on it. And we can ask the cards or the pendulum and see what that comes up with. Is it that you are not making enough money? You've got pricing issues and you want the confidence to up your prices. Is it that you're not attracting enough clients? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments below and you will be entered into the draw to win a 2-hour private session with me to get you through your business blocks. It's really simple. So, I'm going to go now, Cancer. If you have any questions at all, please do ask in the comments below. I answer all questions. Don't worry if the comments don't appear immediately. I do hold all comments for review because I get a ridiculous amount of spam and I get a ridiculous amount of people who pretend to be me offering readings in return for money. And they are not me, they are imposters. They are fake. So in order to block all that, unfortunately, I have to hold the comments to protect you, really, to protect people who might end up conned into purchasing something from somebody who's not going to give them what they want. So that's it from me for this month. I will pick the winner for the draw on the 31st of January, so please do subscribe and click the bell if you want to be notified if you've won. And I will see you next time, Cancer. With love and magic always, this is Maria Gaian, signing out.